Hey, what's going on? What's going on? So, hey, I'm making this video, short video for those who I haven't got a chance to personally meet, talk to. You might have come in through a promotion. You might be more introverted. You might have come into the group and just kind of played the background. And you really haven't got a chance to see like the spirit in which the group operates in, which is we truly care. All right. Number one, so we truly care. We just don't want you to like, yeah, I looked, this is how the average person does. And when we say average, that's like a cuss word around here because I don't believe any of us were put here to just be average. So the average person comes into a group, you might have seen something on Instagram that sounds good, it looks good. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try it. Oh yeah, let me see what it's about. You might do that for 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 weeks, 1 or 2 months, and then move on about your life, move on. Like, oh, well, I'm just not good at math. I didn't understand the terminology. And we don't operate like that over here. We're not the average group. We care. We're a group full of people, real people, genuine people who want to make sure you get it, who want to make sure you learn. And I want to take the opportunity to, extend that to you. Some of us, this is going to be my first ask that I've asked of any of you. Many of you who are seeing this video for the first time, we haven't even exchanged money, like, so, it's coming from a genuine place. So, well, I'm going to ask you to do three things. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to wipe your memory clean of any other time that you tried investing or tried to join an investing group or whatever, Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord. I'm asking you to wipe your mind clean of those because, a lot of times those could be impersonal. They could be big, moving real fast. And you see, like, it's just a lot going on. I'm going to ask you to wipe your mind clear. And I'm going to ask you to embrace the spirit of LYMG, which is we're invested in you, right? Like, I can always go on the charts and make money, right? But the vision is bigger than that. The goal is bigger than that. I come from a place, and many of you have never heard the story because you've never been on a live meeting either, maybe due to your schedule or whatever. But I did this on the weekend just so you'll be able to watch it. I came from a place where it cost me maybe $1,000 to start investing, but at that time I was making 17, $18 an hour, right? And living by myself, fresh out of a relationship. And when I got in a new relationship, you know, my girlfriend at the time and I we were like, hey, let's do this investing thing. I was already trying it, I was already doing it, and convinced her to go in half with me. So we paid about $800 for a course, right? And and that took just having to do that alone took up so much money. I was like, this has to work for me. So there's a belief that people, especially the type of people that, that come into groups like this, don't value things unless they have to pay a premium for it. Number one, I want to prove that wrong. Um, Number two, I know how that feels and I know how much money it took for me. I know how long it took for me to get that money up. I had to literally sit there for a year and like prioritize my funds just to get that right and then have to invest more money in the market. So if you ever wonder why we never charge you a boatload of money here at LYMG, that's why. I know how it feels. I know how it feels to have to wait, literally, um, to see the bills are due. Oh, I can't eat this. I can't go there. I can't do that. Oh, I could just afford to go to work and come home. I know how it feels, right? So rather than thinking, oh, this is just something cheap, you see the gains, you see the people making money in the chat. You hear us talking about futures, which is astronomical, which I'm going to get into next. But our goal is to provide the best information at the best cost. And in order to do that, we have to have the best people. And in order to have the best people, I just have to say this: get out of the consumer mindset where your how much you place the value on something is based off how much you spend on it. That's that's the mindset of the people who are deceived, of the people who get warped, right? You have the producer's mindset, the people who know how to really get the best deals because they build the best relationships, right? So you might be connected with somebody where you didn't have to pay much, right? But that relationship is so valuable, you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You're active, you're committed, and you're consistent. So that's what I'm asking you to be with LYMG. Be active, be committed, and be consistent, right? And it's not going to be some esoteric thing. I'm asking you to invest 20 to 30 minutes into yourself per day to learn, right? We'll give you the education. I don't care. Whatever type of trading it is that you want to do after this video and after you watch it, you can ask me for the course. We'll give it to you. We want you to be consistent, right? We want you to be consistent and we want to know that you're going to be here the next day. No more, I'm just being frank, no more, oh yeah, I tapped in. I didn't know what call put. I watched the video, but then the video was an hour long, so I didn't watch it. 20 to 30 minutes a day, right? We're going to give you the answers to the test, and we're going to give you the study guide, and we're going to make sure you get it, right? So be active, committed, consistent, and you're making that commitment to yourself, okay? And then finally, the last thing I do before I show you how much money is being generated in futures trading is, matter of fact, let's go to that first. Let's go to that first. All right. So a lot of people hear me talking about options and futures is great when the market runs, right? When we get a nice run like this, oh, it is super payday, like you wouldn't believe. But when the market is choppy like this, right? You might have snuck in, right? And some of y'all might be feeling like, man, how did he know this? You might have snuck in the Clearport, right? And took a trade, but the market moved like this, right? So technically we're not wrong. So let's say we get in a call. In a call situation, we would enter somewhere right around here, right? And a call from here to here, if we were taking a trade, will probably a regular options trade will probably get you about 20, $25. If you traded two contracts, $50. So keep that in mind. Just 20, $25. Meanwhile, most people are entering a call and waiting for it to go up here because you see the 5X, 10X, 15X moves. You've seen people in the chat spend $30 and make 300. You've seen Quatavia, shout out to her, spend $100 and make 1,000 or 1,300, whatever the case may be. You see Tamelia spend $60 and make, $1,000 off of that. So you see that and you're, oh, well, let me see. Let me go ahead. Let me play whack-a-mole. This is what I call whack-a-mole. Let me play whack-a-mole real quick, right? And go ahead and tap in on this random day and then see if I can get something. And then you see it go up probably about $5, $6, $7, $8, tank a little bit. Then you're like, see, this is why I don't, right? But here's the thing with futures. Let me show you how this works with futures. That same movement, we're going to see how much you get paid off the same price movement. Now watch this. We're going to buy one contract, right? And we're just going to take profit right up here. And it's going to show us how much we'd make with futures. All right. So watch this. All right, hold on, wait, right here. Let's buy. Okay, this is at. All right, yeah, I had to get to the right chart. So that showed how much you would make on SPY with that, which was not moving very much. But now, as you can see up here, I'm on the futures chat. I'm on the futures chart. All right. So let's say we were just to buy one contract and we're going to take profit when it gets up here, right? Now, on SPY and futures, it's the same chart. It's the same chart, right? So you see S&P E-mini futures. So y'all see I'm not pulling a bait and switch. And this is S&P 500. So it's the same exact chart, right? Now, look at the difference in the earnings. So what we saw the first time was SPY, right? It went up a couple cents. On futures, same movement. Bam, just going from here to here, right? Just going from here to here is going to be well over 300 something dollars in 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, right? And that's off one contract. That's off one contract right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this again. And this time I'm going to put it in extra slow motion. I'm going to do 1 candle per second, right? Bam, we would buy it right here. Buy it right here. And bam. Let's look at the earnings. We're at 425 right here. 425 right here. Bam. And we're out. And we're out. That's simple. That's simple, right? So when you hear us talking about futures, here is the spirit in which we're talking about futures. We're thinking of what's the best way for our team to get paid while they're moving throughout the day, while they're working. Is there a learning curve? Yes. Will there be a learning curve in anything that you do to make real money, real extra money, and to be sustainable? Yes. What we have to quit doing is acting like we're just so busy, and we have to quit letting life put us in defense and on defense mode. Yes, I would, but I have kids. Yes, I would, but I have a job. Yes, I would, but yes, I would. Oh, that would be great if only I didn't. Bam. It's funny when you start to be on the offensive and create more time, you find out that you make more time for the things that are important to you, right? So, what would you do with an extra $400 or $500 in 20 minutes, right? And that's one day, and that's on a choppy day in the market, right? Some of these now I know y'all seen. We've had some 5x, 10x days on future. I mean on options, right? What would you do with this right here? Let's check this out. And I'm just trading one contract. You can see it's automated, right? Let's look here on a nice big dip. So this would be like price going from 555 to 552 on options. That would get us a nice maybe 60, 80, $100 per contract. Let's see what this looks like on futures. One contract, one contract, 1,000 something dollars when it gets down here. Easily. All right. 1,000 something dollars when it gets down there. And how much time did that take? 2:35 to 4:35. That's 2 hours. Okay. All right. So hear the spirit. Not every when we're talking, not everything and everybody else and every other group that you've encountered. Number one, I've never asked you for money. Number two, right? We're asking you for commitment and time. Number three, what I am going to ask you for now is to make sure that you tap in with futures. I want to see the entire team win. I know there are people who are in my position, that the position that I was in, where you feel like you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, right? And this is who I do it for, right? It's funny because the people who have the sense of urgency are also the people who have the money. But it's like, okay, God, I'm trying to help people who feel like they don't have it, who feel discouraged, who this, that, and the third. Now, please give them the wisdom and the awareness to take advantage of this the way it's supposed to be taken advantage of. Not to hide and hope, oh, I wonder how long this is going to last. Oh, I wonder. So here's the deal right here, right? In the chat, you all are going to be in the same chat as you see. And I have a one time offer. You join the LYMG Clearport, which is only $37 a month, right? Join the LYMG Clearport, which is only $37 a month. I will send you the first futures module, right? I will send you the first futures video that we did, which is way more than enough to get you started. And then when the second month opts in, when you opt into the second month, because the card will be automatically charged 30 days later, right? I will send you the entire futures module. So literally, you're only paying $37 a month. On the second month, on the second time that your card renews, or really the first time that your card renews, you will get the entire futures module. We could sell this futures module for $400, $500, $600 easily, and nobody would bat an eye because they're going to make that back in a day. All right. They're going to make that back 1,000 times over. Okay. But it's not about that right now. It is about getting good information, real information out to real people who are in real situations. All right. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Number two, some of you all have not signed up for SoFi, right? So that's another way to get some free money. I'm gonna put the SoFi link in there. If you have not signed up for SoFi, go ahead and do this. If you have, cool, no problem. If you have signed up for SoFi, you already got the bonus 25, then cool. Go ahead and make sure you sign up for the Clearport. But with SoFi, if you have not signed up for that, all you have to do is click the link that's going to be in the chat and sign up for SoFi using that link. Transfer $50 from your current account into your new SoFi account. SoFi is going to give you $25. Text me when you've done that, right? Text me, I'm done. Hey, I'm done with part one. Part two, I'm going to send you another link for SoFi. You sign up for their invest account using the referral link that I send you. You will get another $25 in free stock, right? That's an additional $25. So that's $50. Think about what I'm asking you today and really take the time out to take advantage of this. I'm asking you to spend $37, right? And I'm giving you a way to get 50 back automatically. Okay. So for the super new members who have not even came, who have like just, hey, I saw this on TikTok, I saw this on Instagram, here, sign up for the Clearport, sign up for SoFi. This will all take you maybe 10 minutes of your time. Maybe. If you have questions, it's going to take 10 minutes of your time, right? For those of you who already have the SoFi, sign up for the Clearport because from here on out, our conversations need to be evolving and not revolving. Revolving conversations happen when you have people whose principles and commitments are at different levels. So one person is asking a question to get ahead. Another person's like, hey, how do I set up this account? Right? Or hey, I joined 2 months ago, but now I finally have time to. No, you've been had time. It's just finally life made it seem like you had time because you didn't prioritize, right? So that person's asking a question of how do how do I open my account? How do I set a trade? Well, we have all of those videos. What I'm asking is to get the team on one accord so that we can all be focused. We all have the same principles, and that is to evolve instead of having revolving conversations. All right. So I thank you all for taking the time out to watch this video. So now you see why we're talking about futures. It's for your benefit. It's so that in those slow days in the market, right? In those slow market days, we still have a way for our LYMG fam to get paid because every day is not going to be a breakout, right? Every day is not going to be a breakout. Every day is not going to be a 10x day. Some days we'll have movement that goes from here to here, and then it'll consolidate, right? Nobody's really getting paid during consolidation. But we find that breakout from here to here. Let's see how much you make. See how much you make. And we're going to walk you through the steps. But, you know, your personality could be introverted, whatever. But speak up and ask questions. It's not like we're putting you on the grand stage, right? Don't just sit there and be confused, please. Let's look at two contracts. How much you make. And it's just happening in real time. Like, come on. That's $1,100 from June. Let me see, about 11:30 to 1:50. Come on now. That's two hours and 20 minutes. All right. And it's real. Okay. And you're going to learn how to do it. And inside of our futures module, we have a literal masterclass, a Q&A with a futures trader who made $142,000 in 2 weeks. Okay. And LYMG exclusive. So tap in. Think about what I'm asking you. Let's make an informed decision and ask questions. Commit to yourself, right? So Make that commitment to yourself. Give yourself 20, 30 minutes a day to educate yourself on this, to learn how to maneuver through the apps, to learn the strategies, to ask questions, to communicate. And I promise, I guarantee you will see the results. All right. And the opportunity cost is dirt low. It's low, right? It's $37 a month. So think about that. Think about that, right? And the first month that your card renews for the Clearport, you get the full options. You get the full futures module, okay? And we'll give you any course that you want. Hey, I want to know about binary options. Hey, here you go. Check that out. Hey, I want to know about, futures trader. Here you go. Check that out. Hey, I want to know about, here you go. Check that out. Just join the family. Let's get it. And thank you all for taking the time to watch this.